Everyone, it's Imani River here at Haven Village, and we just want to come on at this most potent and serendipitous time of year, auspicious, and share some reflections of this past year as we've been pioneering this private model, this private residential model here at Haven Village in East Tennessee, and also plant some seeds of intention for the year to come because we're really excited. And we know this is a pivotal moment in time.
Yeah. Wow. Just a few days left to the end of this year. And I think you probably all can attest to 2025 as being a pretty big year on so many different levels. And I'm sure probably in your own life too, that it really feels like there's a huge shift happening, and it's kind of, they've been talking about this in the spiritual communities for a long time, and talking about this in the political sphere, and in so many other things as well, in terms of earth changes and all of that. And it feels like we're coming into an even more intense year in 2026. As astrologically, 2025 is the year of the snake. So it's about, if you listen to Pam Gregory, it's all about shedding the skin, shedding the old ways. And that really resonates with us in the sense of the year that we've had here. And there's been a lot of lessons. We've learned a lot of lessons we've learned this year through some trial and fire. But at the same time, there's been so much beauty this year, and so many
deepening.
The deeper
purpose,
the deeper deepening of the purpose, the more clarity around the purpose, but also the deepening of the connections. And as we've been kind of coming through this year, every time when we have groups of people on the land, it's just getting more and more potent, more and more powerful, the experiences, and
we're refining.
But there's something else going on, and I think none of us can really put our finger on what it is.
It's
that's happening.
Magical.
Yeah, that's happening in this world right now. We are being kind of pushed to recreate our societies, our ways of being, and the way we relate to each other. And I think one thing, we don't call ourselves an intentional community, but I think one thing that's really coming up is community. This idea of community is coming up for a lot of reasons. I think firstly, in the freedom community, it's around security. It's around maintaining our ability to maintain our freedoms in times where we definitely feel like there's going to be challenges to that, especially with the digital ID and all the things that are being rolled out right now with the tax system and all of this Orwellian top-down bureaucracy that's just getting heavier and heavier and heavier from the top, like dictating in a technocratic way how we're going to live, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, who we're going to talk to, what we're going to eat, how much we can travel, and all of that. So it's like this tightening, ratcheting down of control under this guise that we're destroyed worldwide. Yeah, of course, everybody knows that. It's and I'm from the UK, so I'm very in tune with that on kind of like coming from a country that's like right at the forefront of that right now. And I think it's really relevant to what we're doing, because we're offering an opportunity here at Haven Village for people to step out of that realm, to step out of that timeline that is playing out. And some people choose to protest, some people choose to write, some people choose a lot of different things. But what we've chosen to do here is actually just create the new that we want to experience and that we want to see in the world. As part of this shift. And so 2025 has been just like an intense year of change, of shifting, of growth, And
so many of you, if you've been following us, know that in the first, we're going into our third year on the land here, and we have a couple hundred acres. First year was really about getting infrastructure in place, basic systems, and be able to get people on the land. And last year, the second year, we were able to build and finish the first residential hemp home, which we're in, and start the second one. And we have many more on slate, and we've just really opened up for a new group of potential residential members to join us. And so that was really the end of this year. We just hosted a couple of what we're calling these resiliency immersions, where people come with others that are also interested in what we're doing and potential residential membership, to spend some time on the land together, get to know each other, and really understand the model. And one of the significant things is that we're doing this in the private. We are focused on building healthy hemp homes. We're focused on food sovereignty and security. So we also have this undercurrent of learning to become more resilient and putting systems and things in place for that. And so we just opened up this resiliency membership for people who might not be ready to make a commitment and still need a longer timeline, but can come and participate, particularly in the life skills aspects that we're doing, but also get to know potential future neighbors and all of that. We also were really excited to bring on John Bush as one of our trustees this year, so that we can help.
Yay, John. Shout out to John.
Not on here with us, but he's here with us. But to really help those that aren't quite familiar with the private model and how we're doing this, which is that trifecta of the trust, which is what the land's in, and then the private membership model. So everybody needs to be a member here. So, and we've seen out there that this model is really kind of exploding. This is kind of the new country club, these agro tourists or agro hoods. But for us, we've always been a private membership association. Since River and I met a couple of years ago, we set that up. And then obviously with our 508c1a Ministry of Nature, which is really how we run this as a trade school and being connected to nature, helping people get back to the land, which is that bigger purpose. And I think that's what River hinted to, is that we're coming in a deeper connection with that purpose and that spiritual thread that's bringing people who are feeling on a similar path of purpose. This is definitely a legacy project, not just for us, but for many of the people that are being attracted to it. And so it's been a pivotal year to really find out who those people are. And we're still in process with that. And those that are moving forward with us in 2026. And we're just setting the intention and planting seeds for those of you that will be joining us in the spring. We're booking those immersions now. And then we're going to pause and be busy building houses and bringing that next group of members here before we open up to probably the final group of members. But I think it's been a lot of lessons and a lot of growth for everyone that was involved in the project. And of course, major expansion as we've built things out. A lot of people are always trying to figure out how we're doing what we're doing. Sometimes we are too, but we keep going on.
Keep getting up in the morning
and
feeding the animals.
Yeah, we have accomplished a lot with the farm and the animals, and there's even so much more ahead in 2026 that we're really excited about. But we've been able to really put the infrastructure in for our animal husbandry, and been able to really be doing farm to table meals from the land, and that's just only going to grow and expand. So
yeah, it's been really, I mean, I think it's time to just pause. We are at a moment right now. It's December 20th, 2025. We are on the cusp of the
major
solstice.
Yeah, solstice and major shifts globally that we're tuning into and aligning with.
And then if you follow lots of different things, this 3i Atlas thing that's supposed to come closest to the Earth today. There's a lot of things going on. I think what's been really important is actually the relational side of things and the trust, building the trust, not the physical trust that the land is in, but the the trust in the people coming in and this team, because essentially we're kind of like a team coming together.
A village,
you know. And I always say that I feel like it was the villages that got co-opted many years ago and then brought into the citadel and the cities and all of that under the guise of, you know, protection. And we're basically kind of picking up where we left off a few hundred years ago, and really going back out from that place, where we're really in the sense that we understand that doing this alone is really not the human way. That I think that was the trap that we fell for. You know, you could get ahead, you know, the capitalist ideology, and I don't have a problem with money. I don't have a problem with commerce and business and all of that, like a lot of people maybe do. But I think the way it got co-opted, and I think now it's time we have the consciousness to really do this in a different way. It doesn't mean we have to retard back to just, you know, kind of digging in the mud. But we can do this in a really powerful new way, an exciting way. And that's what I keep saying to people. You know, we're not coming from a place of fear. That's not the generator of this project, actually. Fear is for people who want to go prep and hide out and build a bunker. That's not what we're about. We're actually about innovation. We're about excitement, creating something new. And the people who come here and come to these immersions really feel that, and they feel excited. Like, wow, I didn't even know like this was possible. I didn't even think that this was a thing. And they come and they experience it, and they experience the hemp houses, and then they get excited, like, oh, what could I do? What, like, oh, and I think that's the beauty of the times we're in. It's like the old world is falling apart, and it's scary, and it's all of them things, and it makes you want to run and get a bunker and get ammunition and whatever. But that's part of the game, right? That's what they wanted us all to feel like when they locked down in COVID. They wanted us all to feel isolated. They wanted us all to be like out for ourselves. And that's the beauty of this model. We put in place these private things, so we have a way to interface with the system when we need to, through the private membership system, through the trust and all these things. They're recognized. We don't need to hide, because we're right up front with it. Like, this is what we are, and this is what we choose to do. So it's an alignment thing. And then that, I think one of the big takeaways this year for us was really around this trust model, because, you know, we were new to it when we came into it, and we definitely went through a lot of different things this in 2025 that made us question how safe that is, really, to test it out. And then so that created this moment of expansion of like, wow, oh, we could do this slightly differently. We could kind of create more trust, and we could have neighborhood trusts, and we could do these layers of protection and trust, and actually spread out the responsibilities, spread out the decision making, spread out leadership, like spread all these things out, so that there's more buy-in from people, for one, and second, there's just more protection. You imagine if you're a person who has a crazy idea, it's hard to get that crazy idea going. But if you have a whole bunch of people who have a crazy idea, it doesn't seem so crazy anymore, because how can 10 people be crazy? Well, we know they can be, but but I think it gives more credibility to it. And I think that's what's feeling good this year, is that we pivot almost too much for people. I think that's what we've learned, is like, people can't keep up with us. But I think what can make people feel nervous in the beginning. But I think what people understand is like our aim is so true, and we're so true to the mission and the purpose. It's not like we're true to ourselves, of course, but like that's our priority when it comes to this project, because we're part of this project, and we want the success of this project more than anybody.
Trustees of that.
As trustees, part
And
of the
I think the
trusted team.
pivot is really about, like we were talking about today, problem solving. You always actually, there's so many different layers that there's more things that come out of it. So it's that are beneficial and that could actually be better than where you started. And I think when we're looking at a project of this scope and scale, it's not so black and white. And this private model is something that a lot of people are coming into and learning. So there's a lot of remembering happening and a lot of figuring things out. And so I don't think being rigid would benefit anyone or the project, and our ability to kind of pivot and expand and problem solve is definitely one of our strengths as leaders. And just the pace of the project is going can be really overwhelming and exciting for people to be able to try to keep up. But we do have a really good handle, and we feel really solid and really focused going into 2026, like in a very, very strong place as far as the foundation that we've established. We feel like we've definitely achieved something significant at this phase in the project. And
the people coming in now, just the vibration of people,
the quality of people that are really grasping this.
And what's really exciting for me is that there's a lot of musicians now.
We have we always have creative people, but definitely the musicians.
All these immersions now, we literally have professional musicians coming to the immersions, like, and we're talking about building the stage and the culture's being created already, and I think
as the people come, the culture will be created. We knew that. We were creating a framework, just like our living agreements. They're a framework, but they're living because as the people come, they're going to actually create that culture, and that's a big part of it. They're going to actually be taking that framework of the living agreements and kind of fleshing it out and putting it into physical form. And that part's super exciting for us, because we're definitely ready for others to come and put their life force, their energy, their ideas, and all of that into the project. It's just a really beautiful point in the project. We kind of got through the hard part where you get to land and you figure out everything you didn't know that you didn't know. And, just like, if anybody who's bought a piece of raw land, like you got to figure out where the septic's, how the land perks and where placement things are and how you're going to get a well, and like all of these really kind of basic things, and establishing your partnerships and your relationships and bringing people in. And we're just in a really good place, and we're very excited for anyone that's feeling the interest or the call to come check out what we're doing. We're going to share with you a little video that we created a couple months ago just about these resiliency memberships. This is the last chance to register for one at the current price. It's going to go up in 2026. So if you're feeling like you have to be here and check it out, reach out. We have 10 more days, 11 more days. We have a few spots left for the one that we're booking in March and April. We may do one in May. We may not do any after April, because if we have the interest that we have right now is pretty exponential. So we feel like we're going to be at a stopping point, definitely May, but definitely by June. So we just encourage you to like take action. If you're feeling like you've been following us, because we get messages from folks all the time that you've been following us. So if you're feeling like you've been following and you're just waiting for that right time, definitely want to urge you to take action. This is what this particular moment in time worldwide is for all of us now. It's a time to take action. The seeds that we're planting now, what we're creating now, the intentions that we're putting out, the action that we're taking, we're going to reap the results of that months and years from now. This is a very, very important time. And so we just wanted to get on and just reach out to share that with you, because we have been busy and we haven't been online much. We are going to set the intention to do that in the new year. But this is just our message to all of you, and appreciate everyone's support and continued participation. I'm going to pull up that video while River says the last little word here.
Yeah, and I think just and to kind of prep for this video, you know, we've also shifted and expanded how we can bring people in here. In the beginning, we did it in a certain way, because that was just the level that we could understand how it would be possible.
Well, just where we were at
then. And then we just had so many amazing people come through, and some were just they weren't ready yet. And we were requiring like a bigger commitment from people right off the bat. And so we kind of felt like that had pushed some people away, who might have, if there was another option, might have been able to stay and kind of become part of it. So that's really what this resiliency membership is about, kind of expanding this to, in that understanding that a lot of, like we say all the time, it's like most people don't have the luxury that we do. Like, you know, I'm going to be 50 in a couple of weeks. I've, you know, my kids are mostly grown. I've worked a life being in, you know, architecture for a long time, in construction and nationally. So right now, this is it for me. This is my baby. And with Imani, we're creating this together. And she's obviously, her kids are grown. She's becoming a grandmother again. And
yay.
It's a lot of other people have so much baggage and so many things
to deconstruct.
And maybe they understand that they want to be here, but their family are not on the same page yet. So they're like, okay, I'm going to get in there right now and, you know, bring my family steadily over time and get them to buy in. So it's like, we really wanted to do something to create that opportunity for the right people to be able to come into this, not with that upfront pressure right away, and
get involved and get to know each other. And the other thing, Rivers spends a lot more time on the land, and there's a lot of land to explore, but he's, you know, refined the master plan so that we're bringing in some smaller hemp cabins that are on a more affordable price point for people, as well as a limited number of what we're calling permy mobile spots for a tiny home or a larger RV. And those are definitely limited. And there's a vetting process that everyone goes through. So that's something that will help as people are building their homes out to have a place on the land, or for people that that's an option for, looking for people that have skills, particularly around building and homesteading, for those options as well. But if that's something of interest, you can reach out and we'll send you a breakdown of the neighborhoods and the price points so that you can check it out. So with that, we're going to pull in this video and hope to see some of you in the new year.
Yay.
Many of you, like us, are looking for ways to get back to the land. Some of you are ready to move right now, and others need more time. But you want to secure an exit strategy, a safe haven for you and your family. And that's exactly why we've created the Resiliency Membership Pathway here at Haven Village. It allows you to be an active member even before living here. Your membership guarantees you 4 weeks on the land every single year, where you get to meet future neighbors, get skilled up with hands-on homesteading, and most importantly, connect with like-minded others that are going to support you on your journey.
The Resiliency membership is for those of you who want options in these times of uncertainty, who are tired of what's going wrong in the world and ready to start creating the positive life we all know is possible. Becoming a member now secures a place for you here at Haven Village and gives you the time you need to get your things in order and decide what lot and what neighborhood is right for you.
The first step to potential membership is to attend one of our 5-day Resiliency Immersions, where you vet us and we vet you. You get to learn in depth about our private model, tour our residential neighborhoods, see the first healthy hemp homes we have built with our own hands, meet other potential residential members, and share nourishing meals together. But most importantly, to get all of your questions answered. Being here on the land gives you the opportunity to drop in, reset your nervous system, and see if Haven Village is a place you can call home.
Haven Village is a private residential model focused on food security, healthy hemp homes, and freedom. We purchased the 216 acres of pristine nature in July 2023, previously a working farm, already with a lot of infrastructure in place, which we've been able to utilize right away. The first 2 years we were busy learning the land, putting these systems and structures in place, and establishing local partnerships, and designing and building the first residential hemp homes. And now we are finally opening our doors to invite others to come experience what we are all about.
Haven Village is not an intentional community or your typical development. We are a group of freedom-minded individuals seeking a strong, supportive, and safe environment. We're focused on food security and off-grid measures so that we'll be resilient for the times ahead. Already in year 2, we've been able to feed our small but mighty team from the animals and gardens right here on the land, and we have strategies in place to feed even more people. We're still in the early stages of our development, so being one of the first people to live on the land has benefits. You get to help shape what the future of Haven Village looks like. But you must also have the tenacity and patience to be part of a project in its infancy, as well as the ability and means to build your own home. Now, that doesn't mean that you're actually building your own home, but you should have the funds to design and have it built for you. And that's one of the things that makes Haven Village so unique, is River's incredible skill set as a designer and master planner. He has spent over 20 years internationally as a lead designer and project manager on large-scale projects, luxurious hotels and eco-resorts, and a multitude of residential homes.
And home is ultimately the most important part. And as we navigate through the instability of these times, without options, we're at the mercy of whatever is being rolled out. Our lives can be restricted in ways that impact how we get food, where we travel, and even what we do. We've come to realize how vulnerable we are, and we want a backup plan that ultimately results in a better quality of life, even if the world doesn't fall apart. That's the beauty of our Resiliency membership. Become a member now and reserve your spot in one of the most prestigious private residential models out there, and have peace of mind, knowing that we are preparing while you are figuring things out on your end. Our land stewardship model is based on developing only 20% of the land, which limits the number of memberships to 40 to 50 build sites.
We're currently accepting applications for the next group of members and have created opportunities for those who are serious about potential residential membership to come and visit. If that is you, the first step is to complete our online application. Once we receive that, we'll send you a link to attend one of our in-depth webinars. And if you're a good fit, you'll be invited to attend our upcoming Resiliency Immersion here on the land. The cost to attend the program is $2,000, and it includes all accommodation and meals for 2 people. You will also receive a printed copy of our private membership association application and living agreements to review before you arrive. Our intention is to provide you with all of the information you need to determine if Haven Village is the right fit for you.
We invite you to come experience the peace of mind firsthand and what it feels like to be prepared, protected, and on purpose.